Hello, teachers, and welcome to another episode of Empowering Teachers. Today, we are talking about something that might ruffle some feathers, but I believe that is absolutely crucial for creating a successful and respectful learning environment. That topic is honesty. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Honesty? Of course, I'm honest with my students, but I'm not talking about those big, obvious lies. I'm talking about the subtle, everyday dishonesty that creeps into our classroom without us even realizing it. Think about it. You say you have class rules, but sometimes those rules seems to bend depending on the day or the student. You preach kindness, but sometimes you lose patience and snap. You set deadlines, but then you find yourself consistently accepting late work. These might seem like minor infractions, little white lies we tell ourselves to make things easier, but in the eyes of our students, these inconsistencies are glaring. They see through the facade, and let me tell you, the consequences of this dishonesty can be far reaching. First and foremost, it erodes trust. If you say you'll do something and you don't, your students will quickly learn that your words don't hold weight. They'll stop listening, stop believing you, and start turning you out. Secondly, it undermines your authority. No one respects a leader who doesn't follow their own rules. If students see that you're not truly committed to your own expectations, why should they be? Finally, it diminishes your influence. When your words and actions don't align, your lessons lose their impact. If students doubt your insincerity, they'll be less likely to take your instructions seriously. Now I know what you're thinking. But what about hurting feelings? Shouldn't I be kind and encouraging? Absolutely. But kindness doesn't mean sugarcoating the truth. This brings me to the second, even more controversial point, the importance of brutal honesty with difficult students. Many of us fall into the trap of giving false praise to our most challenging students. We say things like, "Great job today, David, you're really improving," even when we know that David was still disrupting the class and barely completing his work. We do this with the best of intentions to encourage and motivate. But the truth is, this kind of fake it till you make it approach is deeply counterproductive. Here's why: it lowers the bar. Students quickly learn that mediocre effort is acceptable, even celebrated. So why strive for excellence when mediocrity earns praise? Number two, it communicates that they're incapable. False praise sends the message that students aren't capable of meeting high expectations. Number three, it encourages manipulations. Students learn to game the system, seeking praise for minimal effort. And you can see that in our society today. It provides no genuine motivation. Empty praise offers no real incentive for improvement. Now, some of you might be thinking, but what if that's the best they can do? Let me be clear. That simply is not true. Every student has the capacity to grow and improve. Our job as educators is to believe in that potential and help them unlock it. But we can't do that by shielding them from the truth. Instead, we need to be honest and direct. Let the students know exactly where they stand. Acknowledge their struggles, but also clearly outline the expectations and support them in reaching those goals. But Anderson, doesn't this create a harsh and unsupportive environment? Absolutely not. When we're consistently honest with our students, our praise becomes more meaningful. When they know that genuine praise is hard earned, it becomes a powerful motivator. Think about it. If you always praise even when you don't deserve it, doesn't the praise lose its value? But when you finally earn that sincere well done, it feels truly rewarding. So, how do we start implementing this in our classrooms? Number one, be mindful of your words. Avoid vague or misleading statements. Number two, be consistent. Follow through on your promises and enforce the rules fairly and consistently. Number three, provide specific and actionable feedback. Instead of saying, "Good job, try," "I noticed you were really focused doing independent work today." Focus on the behavior, not the child. And number 5, build a culture of trust and respect. I know that this tactic might feel uncomfortable at first, but after doing this for 27 years, I know that it works. It might require us to step outside of our comfort zones and have some difficult conversations, but I truly believe that honesty is the foundation of a strong and supportive learning environment. It is time that we stop sugarcoating and start empowering our students to reach their full potential. They can do it. We just have to believe in them. That's it for this episode. I love to hear your thoughts. Have you had experiences with honesty in your classroom? Please share with me and tell me if you are enjoying this podcast. Thank you for listening, and until next time, happy teaching and take wonderful care of yourself. Keep teaching now.